Welcome traders to Money Making Mitch. You guys already know I'm here to get you guys started. Let me know in the chat if you guys are ready for the show. I see a couple of, there they are. Now they're starting to roll in. There's the people. We got Brian in the house. You guys already know Rick House, Dylan in the house. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're going to be going into a lot of things today. We got a great action-packed show like always. Today, we're going to be talking market sentiment. We're going to be talking the story that is Corsair Gaming. We got two story stocks that have value, and we're going to be we'll review the ones that we did yesterday, guys. So definitely, we're going to hit that like goal today of 75 likes, and we're going to keep moving on and keep rolling. But like always, welcome. This is Money Mitch, where I teach you guys about the story stocks. The bull market has taken control, and it's not looking back, and there's always an opportunity out there, and Money Mitch is here to help you find it. Let's get the show started. What up, traders? What up? How we doing out there? I know that you guys have seen the market moving out there. Let me know in the chat if you guys had a good day in the market, bouncing back there. I know I had a good day. It was definitely better than yesterday, I can tell you that much. I think everybody saw a better day there. So let's go ahead. Let's get this going. Let's talk about the market sentiment. Let's see what was out there in the market and what we saw today, guys. So, of course, like always, one of the things I want to do is talk about the overall market here. So, U.S. stocks rebounded on Wednesdays as investors shrugged off Yellen. They said, get out of here with that. And talks on strong earning results and economic optimism really pushed up the Dow Jones average. But of course, guys, I don't like to pay attention too much for the Dow, but as you guys can see, the Dow is definitely ripping. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the SPY and the QQQ charts. One of the things that I've talked about is this trend channel that we keep staying in. Of course, I've been wanting to break out through that 420. If you've seen the show before, I'm sure you've seen this. Again, guys, where's the Bucks gear? The Bucks, oh man, you guys are gonna make me work out here, guys. The Bucks, man. That's a tough team to go for. But let's see if we get this breakout through 420. Right now, we kind of have this uneven that Harmy doesn't look the best, guys. We definitely, this looks like a hangman up there, guys. We definitely don't want to see a day where we go down towards that 410, because if we go down to the 410s, I think we're going to start pushing down towards that lower band there. And I definitely don't want to see that happen. Now, one of the key things that we need to see and why this could happen could be because of the QQQ. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the next slide, and I'll show you guys the QQQ and how that's looking right now. So, of course, heavy tech here. And one of the things is it quickly turned around from this 340. And now we're heading down hard, guys. When we dropped last time, you guys saw how quickly we dropped from around about 338 in February. We went down in early March there. So let's see if we really start testing this line down here. Can we break this 320 on the downside? That's not what I want to see, guys. I'm with you guys. I want to see the market go to the moon. I don't want to see the downturn, because at the end of the day, we want to get some more stocks going here. We want to get those growth stocks moving up again. So definitely you guys are seeing the struggles there. But today there was some big news. There's some big news out there, guys. So Peloton shares actually closed Wednesday down nearly 15%, guys, wiping out $4.1 billion off its market value in just one day. So definitely, guys, like it says right here, guys, hit me up on Twitter if you guys want to see and stick with me. One of the things I've been doing, guys, is putting out a watch list. So a watch list is very important. Like today, I was able to trade live on Benzinga. But like always, guys, one of the things that we want to do is stay with our watch list. So stay with me in the morning. I'm going to help you guys out in the morning at what I'm looking at. So if you guys want to find me, Story Investors, you guys already know. But Peloton got hit, guys, after that recall the fitness equipment maker, apologized for not voluntarily recalling some of the treadmill. Really, I think this was a story of it got hit with the social trend. Everyone started saying, well, man, I mean, did the kid die? And really, I mean, with treadmills, it's always been something of a worry, so I would say, if you have a treadmill, definitely don't have it where your kids can have access to it. Have it in a room that you can lock the door, and then you can keep an eye out on your kids. But as you guys see, Peloton taking a hit because of this. If you're a Peloton fan out there, looks like there is some Peloton fans. Let me know if you guys have the bike or the treadmill and you have to send it back. So I'll definitely have to be looking forward towards what is going on out there. I like the bike, man. I would get the bike myself. I just don't like to kind of work out inside. I'm kind of more of a outdoor kind of working out kind of person. But hey, whatever fits your boat and whatever works for you guys. But let's go ahead and let's talk about what I talked about on my thumbnail. And the real question was the market going to crash? Yesterday we really started seeing hints of a pull down, and that was all based on Yellen. And really, the question right now is the rotation game. Where is the rotation really going on? Because the rotation's on, like they say, like Donkey Kong. So we're going to go ahead and see the name of the game, which is value right now. So there's still some good names out there. And stick around, guys, because Money Mitch is definitely here to help you guys know where to go searching. So yesterday, we did talk about the NFTs that Gary Vee was going to put out. So I don't know if you guys saw. He started talking about the NFTs. We finally got access to what the NFTs were called. They're called veefriends. And so we're going to play a quick video here for you guys. This is the Gary Vee video that talks about these NFTs.
Welcome to veefriends.
Here you go, guys. Check it out.
veefriends is an ambitious NFT project around characters that have traits that I believe in so much, that I want people to aspire to.
So a lot of people are going to say, but the art's not valuable. The art's not valuable. Watch what he does here. Watch what he does.
To a conference that I'm going to put on every single year called VCon, V Conference.
I know about you guys. I want to go to VCon.
One of the greatest conferences in the world around entrepreneurship, marketing, ideas, creativity, competition.
Boom.
It's a community.
That's how a master does it right there.
To create an ecosystem around the access tokens that are a huge part of this project. Hangout time, group stuff, bowling, tennis, bubble hockey, video games, dinners, brunches, and then remind me, 555 gift codes? Correct. These are people who are going to literally put in your address and stuff shows up. Hangout Hawks 5 times a year in a Zoom for 3 years, 15 sessions. That's crazy. How many
those can be valuable. Those can be valuable. I don't know about you guys, but I'd take a Zoom with Gary Vee. I know I've interviewed the man, but I definitely want some more time with him, pick his brain. So IP, guys.
And even in my field of like,
and that was in 2017, guys. This was in 2017.
We looking like Hello Kitty.
Oh, there's so much. I've been thinking about creating characters because I've always loved Disney. I've always loved to get along.
This is going to be really interesting. We talked about it, guys. The best part about it is that this is going off of ETH, guys, Ethereum. And that's the reason I've seen the big boost. So this guy knows collectibles. He's done it before.
For the Vaniacs, what they were called when we did Wine Library TV, the Vayner Nation, my community, the people I interact with all
now
the time.
What do we got, guys?
When I structured this,
the
V was a culmination of many things in my life. My interest.
And do you guys want to get some V friends? Let me know in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are interested in this NFT. Put a 2 if you're not interested. Definitely let me know.
The biggest thing I can give them.
It's really not. I mean, so we are celebrity worship, though. Really, I mean, I've been to a couple of these events. I'll tell you right now, I've been to a Gary Vee event, and I actually really enjoyed it. It really did push me forward and got me to where I was today. So, super exciting video there. And one of the things is we're going to see, how do these NFTs perform? They really haven't come out. I want to see how much they get purchased for. I want to see if a lot of these go for that 5 ETH. That's a lot of money, guys. I mean, if you guys know what that is, we're talking over 15 grand there. So we'll definitely take a look to see what happens there. But give me a thumbs up if you guys liked me going into that yesterday, so that when everybody talked about that today, you were like, well, yeah, I know about that. I know about the Garyvee NFT. I watched it on Money Mitch last night. So give me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys appreciated that. And let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about some of the value stocks that we saw yesterday. These are the same stocks I gave you yesterday, right, guys? So one of the things that I wanted to talk about was the moves that we saw here. So ASO was one of the moves that we talked about yesterday. I was looking at this one for value play here, guys. Look at this move that we got today, guys. I think it was an over 8% move today. A great little rip out from that 31 going straight up. And this was a pick that we gave you guys just yesterday. Let's go down to the next one. Next one up here. This was Live. Live was one that we talked about also today. This one started really on that pullback. It got to a low of 33.90s. So you could have got a pullback off of the resistance here, the prior resistance line that you can draw over here. And then look at that push right back up to the top. I'm going to be keeping an eye out on this one. That's Live Ventures, LIVE. And then the last one that we gave you guys yesterday was USAK, guys. This one had a move up in the day, was starting to move up, was about 5% up, but then started moving down later in the day. I'm going to watch to see if it can hold 17s on pullbacks and get back up there towards that 18 so that we can start pushing closer towards that 21, guys. These are story stocks that have value that I gave you guys yesterday. There's a reason why I'm going through these, and I hope that you guys appreciate me going through these. So smash the like button. Looks like we only got 7 likes today. We got over 70 people watching, so we got to get to that 50 so that I can give you the story stocks later in the show. So if you guys want to see stocks like this that have that potential the very next day even, then let me know by hitting that like button. Let's go ahead and let's get into our earnings and our top earnings of the day. Who are the winners? Who are the losers? What's up later in the week? When we return, guys, we'll get into the earnings.
I tell all my CEOs, this is a very, very, very important platform. And look, all the other platforms are important too, but you're up there now. You're way up there.
Best investments you can do in your future is actually go and re-educate yourself on credible sites and credible resources like Benzinga. You guys have been killing it.
The comment section on this show is remarkable. Like the quality of the combo, and just big shout out to you and your community.
So I love about you guys, you just had all your callers in right then. And it's all about the community here at Benzinga.
Welcome back, traders. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and let's get into the notable earnings of the day. We had Jason Raznick join us late in the afternoon yesterday, and he wanted to talk about where's the earnings? Where's the earnings? You got to get here early for the earnings. This is something I go through early, guys. So, of course, let's talk about some of the earnings, some of the notable ones that we saw today. Of course, GM and Hilton not looking too bad, but let's get into PayPal. PayPal here, as shares traded higher in after hours trading on Wednesday after reporting first quarter earnings that were stronger than analysts had expected. Earnings per share of $1.22 adjusted versus $1.01 per share expected here. And so as you can see, a beat there of 21 cents. Revenue was at a 6.03 billion versus 5.9 billion as expected. So beat there again. And one of the things that I did pay attention to was the total payment volume there, guys. Total payment volume was actually 285 billion versus 265 billion expected. So definitely a good earnings here for PayPal. And with that being said, we need to keep a watch on Square. Square is the one that I think could be the biggest one affected by this one. So let's go ahead and let's pay attention to Square and see if that one gets moving based off of these PayPal earnings. So another thing that was stated was that they did bring their new active accounts, bringing the total user base to 392 million users. So definitely PayPal working hard to build up that user. So let's go ahead and let's get into another one. Let's talk about here. Let's get into the next stock I want to talk about is Zynga. Zynga shares gained 5% after the release of the company's latest quarterly update. The game developer reported first quarter bookings of 720 million compared to the 684 million print analysis surveyed by FactSet. So really, I'm going to be looking at Zynga, guys, in the gaming industry. You know, lately we've had that buyout of Glue Mobile by EA. And really, I'm looking to see what's going to happen in the gaming industry. For a while there, it was really, really hot. Really, really hot, guys. So I'm going to take a look to see if Zynga can get moving here with these earnings. Is one of my favorite stocks at the beginning of the year. I'm going to stick with it. So I'm going to stay on the bullish trend here for Zynga. It's still a growth stock, so you got to be careful with this one. But as you guys can see, they're definitely getting the numbers that they need to continue moving forward. So I'll keep an eye out on Zynga. Next up here, guys, is Fastly. Fastly shares dropped more than 14%, guys. Disappointing results of the previous quarter. The content delivery company lost 12 cents per share, excluding items reported revenue of 84.9 million, and the survey expected an 11-cent loss and an 85 million. And so they pretty much didn't miss there too much on that revenue side, but where they really lost to was on that cent per share. So definitely, guys, we'll see how Fastly actually keeps moving. I think you're going to see it get hit a little bit harder here. So definitely be careful if you are in Fastly. Let's take a look at Etsy. Etsy, guys, shares of Etsy slid 7% despite the company's resulting in beating the top and bottom. This is something that we're starting to see common, guys. This is not what I really want to see, but we're starting to see beats and still the stock going down. The e-commerce company earned $1 per share compared to 88 cents per share profit analysts expected. Revenue came in at 551 million, also ahead of the expected 530 million. And so really, I mean, you guys got to watch out, because even stocks that are reporting good earnings, like, I mean, last week, Amazon killed it and still went down. So, I mean, Etsy definitely doing good there, but taking a hit. I got to keep an eye out what happens with that, because I like the stock, but at the same time, I mean, if it's not in favor because of the rotation that we're seeing in the market, that's where you got to be careful, and you'll definitely get hit. Charts. I could bring up these charts, guys. It's just a little bit harder. I'll work on that. Good feedback, Dylan. Appreciate the feedback. At the end of the day, guys, if you guys want to see something change or get better, let me know in the comments below so that I could definitely work on that. Just like you guys see me in a jersey. Hey, I took some feedback. I'm enjoying it, guys. Wearing some jerseys. I'll mix in the suit every now and then, but at the end of the day, I enjoy it, because at the end of the day, I'm still Money Mitch, regardless of wearing a suit, wearing a jersey, or just out and about at Walmart. You guys will see me, Money Mitch, working hard. All right, guys, let's keep going. Let's go into Uber now. Uber beat estimates on top line and dramatically improved its net losses in the first quarter, but still missed on revenue, guys. They lost 6 cents versus 54 cents expected. So definitely the losses there were not as bad. That definitely is like a good sign that you're seeing in Uber, but we're still not seeing them come out of the pandemic yet. The revenues were at 2.9 billion versus 3.29 billion expected there. The CEO, Dara, was talking about in the earnings, and they said, we're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Uber is starting to fire on all cylinders as more consumers are riding with us again, while continuing to use or expanding delivery offers. They also did an update there, guys, for Uber Eats, as it exceeded 700,000 merchants for the first time in its first quarter. With the additions of restaurants like Mr. Beast Burger, Rite Aid, and Smoothie King. One of the things that recently was just announced, guys, and Uber stepping into the game of Instacart. The company also entered into agreements with GoPuff to offer more convenience store and grocery items starting in June. So this is something that I kind of really noticed. You know, if you guys have used Instacart, let me know in the chat by putting a 1 in the chat. I want to see what you guys think. If you guys used Instacart before, I know I've used it in the pandemic. I was not going out and going to the grocery store. So I still use it. I used it just this week. So, hey, who knows? Maybe I start using Uber a little bit more with this new agreement that they have with GoPuff. So that's it going to be for our earnings from today. Let me take a look here at what we got here. So going into the earnings tomorrow, the biggest one on my radar is going to be Penn National Gaming, because that's one that I've been looking at, guys. I even called it a little bit a while back, and I think it can get back above 100, but we're going to need a good earnings report there. Another one that I'll be looking at, of course, guys, is as you move down, Wayfair. Wayfair is very interesting for me because we're going to see how e-commerce really is performing right now. That's one that I have to keep an eye out for. I always use kind of Wayfair to give me a little bit of sentiment. How's the buying right now? Another thing that I'm going to be looking at, guys, is to, of course, hear from Moderna at the bottom. They've been talking about how their booster shot has been working for some variants. I'm going to pay attention to that, see if they mention something on that on the earnings call. But also, how's their production? How's the vaccine going? Let's go ahead and hear from Moderna and see what we get. After the close, of course, guys, we're going to be talking Peloton AMC, the popular AMC. We'll talk some Roku. We'll even hit some Beyond Meat. Let me know, guys, if you guys have one that you guys it's on your radar, and then we could take a look, and I'll make sure to do a little bit more deep dive into their earnings. But like always, guys, if you guys want to stay with us, hit the subscribe down below, hit the share button, let everybody know. Money Mitch is definitely a fun show to watch. You could watch this, sit down on the couch, turn me up on YouTube, wherever you are. If you got the Roku, turn me up on your Roku. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. This is where the money is, and we'll see you when we return, and we'll get into the story that is Corsair Gaming.
When you want to maximize your performance in the market, you need access to the highest quality tools and news available. Benzinga Pro stands out from all of the options you'll be presented with, and their instant access to market-moving news positions you to be prepared to take on the market in the best ways possible. Here's how it works. Benzinga Pro's news desk creates original news content that's available on your main news feed and gives you actionable information about companies you may want to invest in. This news desk information gives you the chance to beat the market, receive impactful news as it breaks, and jump on trending stocks before and as they rise. And beyond that, Benzinga Pro is packed with helpful features and unique insights that give you the best information possible. There's tools like the Live Audio Squawk, which streams every day with important news and timely updates, and the real-time news alerts that allow you to stay on top of every developing story you're keeping tabs on. Alerts and news will be sent straight to your inbox or delivered as live sound alerts. For those investors that want real-time, actionable, and breaking news about companies they may be looking to invest in, Benzinga Pro is the tool to use.
All right, guys. All right. Welcome back. Let's get into the story that is Corsair Gaming. If you could do me a favor, Enver, just put on a banner for CRSR. All right, guys. So CRSR here, guys. That's the ticker. It's Corsair Gaming. And so one of the things that I want to talk about is this was one of my favorite IPOs of 2020, guys. I actually called out the stock when it IPO'd, and you guys could look at Story Investors on Twitter. Check me out. Fact check me. Was I talking about Corsair Gaming right before the IPO? Check it out. Let me know. You guys can hit me up in the comments below. But definitely, guys, I was talking about this when it IPO'd. Reason why I loved a lot of the companies that are behind Corsair Gaming, and I could see the drive of streaming. I mean, look what I'm doing, guys. I'm streaming right from home, right? And I could see the trend going into this stock. And that's how the story really started. And I think the company itself has go ahead and taken up the opportunity of going on that IPO and really taking off now. I think you're going to see this one really keep growing. One of the things is they have some products that are definitely really, really trending now. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Elgato. Let me know in the chat, guys, if you guys have ever heard of Elgato, but it's definitely a leader in this industry. All right, guys, so I'm just pulling up the chat because I want to stay with the chat with you guys on this one. What's going on? What's going on? Looks like we got a little bit of a spammer there. I'll take care of that, guys. I'm not sure what's going on there, but all right, let's keep rolling through here. All right, guys, so let's get into our investor presentation. So one of the things is before we get a little deeper into the company, I do want to give you guys something to look out for in CRSR. So upcoming investor conferences, right? So Andy Paul, Corsair's Chief Executive Officer, CEO, and Michael G. Porter, the Chief Financial Officer, will present at the Cohen Technology, Media, and Telecom Virtual Conference on June 1st and the Stifel Virtual Cross-Sector Insight Conference on June 9th. So look for those to maybe give it a catalyst, guys. So you're talking June 1st or June 9th. Coming right up, guys. Next month, we could see some big catalysts step into Corsair Gaming. All right, guys. So one of the things is they just reported Q1. And so their net revenue growth is at 71.6% to a 529.4 million in earnings. Let's go ahead and let's go into a little bit here into the presentation and talk about what is Corsair Gaming here. All right, guys. So really, at the end of the day, this one's all about powering your gaming and the content creation behind your gaming. And so I think that's the really important part, that they started focusing on the content creation, not just the gaming aspect, guys. And so one of the things that they want to do is definitely just create a kind of different lifestyle, right? And so video games are the new third place. A third place, the space outside of the home and workplace where people gather and communities build. Today, that workplace is gaming, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely have some gaming friends, and gaming communities are as strong as ever. They really do drive a lot of these companies. So that's what we're going to definitely pay attention. Right now, 36% increase in average gaming time. And these are recent trends, guys. And then you guys have seen esports. Esports is definitely posed to kind of keep growing. They got a growth here of 11.1%, and that's from 2019 to 2024. And so, of course, what does this create? This creates, of course, what? 50 million gaming content creation channels on where? YouTube and Twitch. I know you guys probably have seen Twitch before, but even YouTube has the gamers. And so really, this is where they really start driving their revenue from. And as you guys can see, this is continued to keep driving what? Product launches. Product launches are really important. So 84 product launches in 12 months ending in March 31st, 33 million units shipped, and 3 acquisitions, just to highlight that. So the revenue in Q1 was 529 million, actually really pushing on up, guys. So look at the last couple of quarters, right, year over year. So Q1 in 2020 was around 300, and Q1 in 2019 was only around about 260. So definitely the growth year over year is rising up there, 72%, and definitely starting to rip out there. So let's keep going here. Let's go into the next slide here. And so one of the things is you can see their adjusted EBITDA as they push for profitability. The growth in the last 2 years have been 7.4 times that, as you guys can see from the chart. And really what this company really is all about is about these kind of 5 aspects right here. So gaming peripherals, software and services, gaming components, gaming systems, and streaming gear is really where they take off. Now, streaming gear is definitely where I like them the most, because they have things like the Elgato. And with Elgato, you get the Elgato mic, you get all the capture cards. That capture card was nearly impossible to get for a certain amount of time. And then, of course, you guys have probably seen our other shows. We have a lot of shows that have the sound effects, and those come from the Stream Decks from Elgato. And Elgato is definitely the best Stream Deck out there. So the products are definitely out there, guys. There's a cultural shift behind this company, and there's a lot of opportunity. There's 2.8 billion gamers in the world to go ahead and go after here. And so one of the things that they've done is they figured out that why do we don't want to only just be a part of the gaming. We want to be a part of that content side. So look at this, guys. So now Twitch live streams are watched by 26.5 million visitors daily, guys. This is why this is so important. As you guys can see from this picture, these are a lot of their products that they have. There you'll see the Elgato capture card right there sitting on the middle. That's their Pro. Those are their lights right there. And that's an actual Corsair computer there. So there's so many things. There you see that wireless headset. There you see the keyboard, a computer chair. everything you guys see here is from Corsair. Even you see the little mic standing out here. So definitely, guys, from podcasting to remote education, work from home, live shopping, this is definitely where it's coming through, and it's coming through Corsair Gaming. So one of the things that I want to watch is how do they really expand their direct to consumer. This is one of their most focused areas. Is they don't want to just only be available, let's say at Best Buy. You know, you don't want to only always be in the wholesale stores. You want to also get directly to the consumer. And that's what they're going to be focusing on now to expand. So the goal is 15%. And that's direct to consumer experience by 2023. So keep your eyes on that on the next earnings. See how they're working on that. How they're moving. Is it moving towards what they want and their goal? And that's what we'll definitely take a look at. Of course, guys, under Corsair Gaming, you got Visuals by Impulse, Elgato, Origin, Scuff, and Gamer Sensi. A lot of these all have to do with each other, and they create kind of this integrated ecosystem. We call it the ecosystem between kind of our content, our Benzinga.com and Benzinga Pro. Here you got their ecosystem working for themselves, and it really all comes back to their major parent company in Corsair. So really proven, trusted, authentic community working, and really working a strong foundation here. And an ecosystem for, like we said, the third space. The third space is that space away from home, not in the work, but where you build that community. What else do you do? And so one of the things is they have the complete everything for you, from when it comes to the memory, to the computer cooler. My computer cooler, guys, guess what? Is from this company, guys. A lot of my computer products, my memory is from this company. And so a lot of the things that I use on my gaming computer, because my computer is a gaming computer, is a lot of these products. And that's why I think you're going to definitely continue to see this company continue to kind of break the edges of using all their companies to continue pushing one customer versus multiple different customers. A lot of the customers now have this setup and are working towards, even if they don't have this setup, this is their dream setup. So they're doing definitely work towards it. They got trusted in 26 product categories, over 200 products shipped, guys, and 200 million product shipped units in that Q1. So we're definitely going to watch this company. I love this company. You know, a lot of people want to look at their strong influencer. They have, look at their social medias, guys. They're no lie. I'm a little impressed on this. I got to get my social media game up. Benzinga got to get their social media game up. So definitely 6.8 million, 6.1 million, 4.2 million on Facebook, 1.9 million on YouTube, and definitely reaching out. They have over 715 million hours watched on Twitch. So definitely the reach there is 1.3 billion there just in their social following alone. So definitely, guys, we're going to keep a watch. They got the strong foundation, positioned to growth, and I'm going to keep watching as they keep moving from what they used to be, just overclocking memory, to now what they are, the complete gaming suite and personal studio, and what happens beyond. We'll definitely keep watching this story and the story that is Corsair Gaming, guys. We could go into the financials, but that would just bore you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. The last thing I want to talk to you about, guys, and this is where I really think they're taking off, guys, is that their sales here, guys, for their gaming and creator peripherals segment, the net revenue more than doubled, growing at 131.9% here, guys. That definitely took this company off by sales of Elgato brand streaming product, as well as the peripherals, including the Scuff controllers. But really, I think this was driven by a lot of the capture cards that were needed when everyone started working from home. Let's see if this trend continues. Do we keep getting people to keep building up their home offices? I know even my man here, I'll give him a shout out. My man, my producer right now, Enver, he's building up a mining machine there. So I'm sure he's also heard about these parts. So I think this is something that isn't going to go away anytime soon, guys. So definitely stay with Corsair Gaming. We'll keep an eye out on them as they keep going through. But as you guys can see, they don't only have the products, but they're working on it. So thank you, guys. Let me know if what you guys thought. Did you guys like that deep dive into Corsair Gaming? You guys want me to do more deep dives? Let me know. One of the things I would say is in the first quarter, the CEO said these words in the Q1 earnings call. We're thrilled with our first quarter financial performance and strategic process, and demand remains strong for our products and our new products, such as the K65 Mini RGB keyboard and Elgato's new accessory debuted as well. We introduced 29 products in the first quarter alone, and we expect this blistering pace of new product introduction to continue throughout the years with several brand new products still to come. So there you go, guys. He said it, still to come. So looking out for those products to continue driving CRSR. And when we return, guys, we're going to go ahead and get into our story stocks. But guess what? I don't think we can do it today, guys. We got over 100 people watching, but only 7 likes. And if we don't get to 75 likes today, guys, I'm going to keep my story stocks in the back pocket, and I'll give it to you next time. So definitely, guys, when we return, let's see if we can get towards that 70 likes. Hit the thumbs up. We need that like goal so that we can get into the story stocks. Like I said at the beginning of the show, I showed you guys story stocks from the day prior. And I'm going to continue showing you guys these story stocks as they develop, and we'll keep coming back to them to check on their performance. There's a reason why I want you guys to check them out. Call me out. Do I do a good pick? Did I do a bad one? Let me know what the story stocks you guys want to hear. So definitely hit the like button. Let's see if we can get up there in the likes when we return. All right, guys. All right. So one of the things that I want to do for you guys is we will get towards that like goal. I do see it. I hit the refresh. Happy Muhammad. I appreciate the heads up. I did see it. There you go, B Sharp. You guys already know. What's up? What's up? Well, V, got a question for me before I get too far from it. I'll answer your question. I got you. So the question is here. What's your thoughts on Skills? So Skills, we actually talked about the earnings yesterday. The earnings turned me around. They started making me a little bit in favor. But now one thing I will tell you is that these SPACs, a lot of them, they're getting washed out towards that $10 bottom. So what you might want to do in a stock like Skills is wait for that discounted price or see a drive in that price that really gets you interested in the stock. Then you can look for a pullback and look to start sizing in. I really wouldn't get out of my way to get into this one. I know that a lot of people love it. I know Kathy does too, but personally, it's not my favorite play here. It's not something I would get out of my shoes for. Like, let's say a Genie Sports. If you guys don't know what that one is, Genie is a ticker, GENI. That's Genius Sports. I talk about that one on SPACs Attack. So check that one out if you're into some SPACs. So let's keep going through. Before we get to the story stocks, I really quickly want to get into the stock chart here of Corsair because I have it right here, guys. So let me pull it up here and show you guys. We've been getting this bottoming action off of 3250 multiple times. And when I get 3 bottoms, I look for that volume to come back in and push us up through it. We did get the volume spike that we needed right here, guys. When you get that decline in volume and then you get that spike back up. Now let's see if we can really start driving back up past that 35. That's going to be the huge resistance that we need to close above tomorrow. I want to see it get above that 35 and start holding. If this does happen, I definitely could see this one getting back up there towards $50. So keep your eyes out on Corsair Gaming at CRSR. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's get into our story stocks. Looking like we got 63 likes there. What's going on? What's up? How can you get it? Gaming. I wish I could show that question, but I can't show that question. I'll keep moving on. we're trying to keep the show rated PG-13 at least, not rated R. So let's keep rolling through, guys. Let's talk about the story stocks here. And mainly, guys, one of the things that I would say, guys, is when we're looking at story stocks now, one of the things that I think we need to start doing is we need to adjust, adapt. It's always about adapting, right? And so one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to start looking at how we're going to go ahead and choose our stocks, our story stocks, a little bit differently. What we need to do is we need to start looking at value stocks. Value stocks are very important because really one of the things that we're seeing is the change from value to growth. And so what we want to do is now pick our story stock with the fundamentals that match right here, the value. So what do you start looking at? You start looking at PE, guys. PE ratios is something that we want to look at. That low forward looking PE is what I want to see because that could be a good base indicator to show that the company's undervalued versus overvalued. And that's what we really want to start looking at here in the fundamentals. Is it over or undervalued? And then we're going to use our technicals to really time these stocks so that we can catch the rocket up and not get held in the bag there. All right, guys. So definitely, let's keep going through. So first one up, and you can put the ticker up for me, Enver. This is going to be FOA. FOA, F as in Frank, O as in Oscar, and A as in Apple, but I don't like Apple, so we'll do Alpha. All right, so one of the things is this is Finance of America, and what I'm showing you guys here is, and put this full screen so they can really see it because it's a little bit small. So this is a comparison chart from Finance of America, and what do you see here, guys? You see FOA, you see WMC, and you see RKT. This is very important. These are the three that I'm really comparing to right now, guys. And so look at the future. This is future kind of PE here. And look at this, guys. This is at 4.7 here for FOA. Then when you look at Rocket, you're looking closer towards a 9.8. The industry average is actually a little bit higher than 11. And so when we look at UWMC, UWMC is not too far off of FOA. It's at 5.8 times. And if we look into 2022, it gets worse here for RKT as we go later in the years. This one goes up to 13.4, but if you look at FOA, it actually goes down. It actually goes down. And this is kind of what I really liked here was that 4.7 going down towards 4.1. And the peer average here is showing that 7.1. And then you'll see UWMC. It actually, what does it do? It also goes down 5.8 to 5.4. But Rocket, it goes up. Showing you guys something there. I'm showing you guys there. So definitely, we're getting on up there. Next thing up we want to take a look at would be how does this compare and which one do we like or which one could we grab? Because at the end of the day, I mean, if we can't trade these, then why are they in an attractive investment? So for Finance of America, they have a huge addressable market. They have multiple areas where they don't just only do, guys, mortgages. They also do reverse mortgages. They also do different kind of fields, and this is what helps their margins. If you really pay attention, you'll see that they have multiple revenues. It's not just the wholesale market. It's not just reverse mortgages. They also do flip repairs, those kind of loans. So you got to pay attention. Look at this chart, guys. This was a stock that I had mentioned on SPAX Attack for, I think, since the beginning of SPAX Attack, and we're like on like the 105th episode. So we're talking way back 6 months ago. I was looking at Replay. Replay was what this company was called. And as you guys can see, lately it's just rocketed off, guys. Just rocketed off. And so this one, we might not be able to catch it because it already rocketed, right? And so I'm not telling you guys to really look at this one, but there is one that is still available here, guys. So we're going to talk a little bit about WMC and why I like this chart now, guys. So if we talk about WMC, we're going to talk about the largest wholesale originator. And that's what really is important here, guys. Where they kick ass, guys, is in wholesale. And that's where you'll see them do better than Rocket. That's where you'll see them do better than FOA. And so what you'll see is that what do, guys? They're the second mortgage originator and the number 1 wholesale originator. And so they definitely have 33% of the wholesale mortgage. And so the book value there at 2.0 billion definitely shows that they have some value there. But what do? They give you faster closing times, right? So the industry average, guys, is about 17 days. And the industry average is about 47 days. And UWM is about 17 days. And that's United Mortgage is about 17 days on that closing. And really, at the end of the day, what they help you also is the cheaper interest rates. They had it at a 2.83% versus that retail at 3.13%. And you guys know when you come to mortgages, even a 0.1 can make a huge difference on the bottom line. But let's take a look at the chart. Why do I like this stock? The timing, right? And really, if you look at it, the earnings should be looking good here. I'm going to be looking at this one to really start getting a push through $8. If we get a test of $7.50 again, that's okay. But I see this downtrend line, and I think if we can get through $8 with a good volume spike here, we can really start testing back up closer towards 10, maybe get towards 11. We're going to run into some overhead supply there, but definitely if we can continue moving through there, I could see it getting back up towards that 14 pricing. But this one definitely got a price rating upgrade towards 11, and FOA got a price rating upgrade towards 15. So that's another thing to keep in watch, is they have been getting that price rating upgrade. So that's what I like to see in a stock. As you can see, the guidance is moving up. People are liking it, but definitely, guys, we're going to go ahead and see. I agree with you guys, Hertz. I haven't seen the likes moving too much, but I'll hit the refresh and I'll find out what we got. If you guys appreciate me going in through the story stocks and going through this approach so that you guys can find these and do your own research, then go ahead and take the trade if you guys feel necessary. I mean, we can go back. We can look at some of the trades that we talked about earlier this week. ASO, keep your eyes out, guys, live. Also, USAK, US Trucking. Keep your eyes on those, guys. So definitely, we're going to keep an eye out on this. That's UWMC. You got it. You got it in the chat, guys. So let me know, how'd you guys like today's Money Mitch? I'm going to keep going through a bunch of these stories for you guys so that you guys can find these plays and keep finding them early. Let me know what you guys think of the show, what you guys want to see more of, what you guys want to see less of. In the comments below, it's important to me because I really read the feedback, guys, and I try to improve every single day for you guys out there. So like always, guys, smash the like, hit the subscribe, hit me up on Twitter. We are the Money Mob, and we are not going anywhere, guys. We're going to stick here. We're going to find where the opportunities lie, and we will work our way and find that money out there, because wherever there's an opportunity, Money Mitch is here to help you find it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on Money Mitch.